You're my sunshine in the brain when it's going. Won't you give yourself to me? Give it up. I just wanna see. I just wanna see.
Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how I stretch my hair. So normally this is maybe 2-3 day hair, and this is kind of what it looks like when I take my hair out of the pineapple. And this is fine. Like, I would go to work like this, I would go out like this, like I pretty much like it. But if I was going out, then I would want just bigger hair. But for the purpose of this video, I really want to show you what I do when I do it. So I always start from the back, and I use a ponytail holder to hold the hair that I'm not stretching at the moment. I used to use crocodile clips and stuff like that, but I tend to break them, so it's a lot harder for me to break a ponytail holder. Probably something this size, maybe a little bit bigger. It also depends on how much time I have. Then I'll use a smaller section. And then I'm gonna gather the rest of my hair. And just do this. So you can choose to use heat protectant. I don't always use heat protectant because I don't feel like it. And it kind of changes, you know, the texture of your hair. I don't actually want my hair to be damp when this happens. I think I get the best results when I don't use heat protectant, but if you want to protect your hair, go ahead and do it. So I make sure my hair is smooth. And just that all the curls are gently stretched and in the right direction. I'm directing my hair down so that I hold the very ends of my hair cupped into my hand. And I do that to protect the ends so that they're not really damaged by the heat as much. And then you make it your blow dryer, and I use the cool setting at the end, and all my settings are actually wiped off, but normally I do high power, medium heat, or if I'm doing it really quickly, then I'll do high power, high heat, because it works the best. And if you're gonna do high power, high heat, you should probably use heat protectant. So I'm gonna turn my blow dryer on. We're gonna get to stretching. Okay, so my hair is gently stretched, just a little bit longer. And two things that I want to note are that when I'm holding my hair, I'm not holding it all the way straight. You know, I have gentle tension because I just want my hair to kind of blow like this. I don't want it to actually be like super straight, because then your hair will look very stringy and you kind of lose the volume, because I have fine hair. So the frizz and the volume is what makes it look like that much bigger. And so you want to have a loose hand when you're holding your hair. You also want to have a loose hand on your blow dryer. So you want to wiggle as you're blowing each section. You don't want to hold it, no, because that can cause heat damage. You can stop here, or you can do it again. And it's much easier if you have time. Like, I like to do this when I am right about to go to sleep also, so that my hair is big for the next day. And then you might not need to do every single piece of your hair. You also want to make sure that you don't do this too much, because then your hair will just dry out, and then everybody will think that your hair is all big and beautiful, but everyone will not be saying to your face, you know, when they touch your hair, that your hair is like dry. So, like, for example, this hair is loose because, you know, I had recently been flat ironing my hair. So this is how I normally get my hair to look. And a lot of time people think that I have a different curl pattern than I actually do. But it's just the way that I manipulate my hair with the heat and the products that I use to get it to look the way that I want it to look. So we're just gonna continue to go across. When I'm dividing the sections, I just kind of go by the way my hair feels. I'm not going to take like a section of hair and then just like rip it apart. I don't want to disrupt the curl pattern that my hair has. I just want to make it longer. And so I love stretching my hair, but like I said, you want to be mindful of overstretching and doing it too many times, like continuing to do it like back to back and day after day. So now you can see that this side is a lot longer than this side. So I'm going to go back and use high power, high heat to stretch this section, because when your hair is overstretched and dry, it doesn't look good, the curls aren't juicy, and your curl pattern gets lost in the frizz, and then you just look like you have an afro when, you know, that might not necessarily, like an undefined afro. If that wasn't the look that you were going for, then that's how you can make a mistake by accident. Also, you can see by the way my hair is looking, this section I'm not going to touch with the heat anymore, but this section that still has like more curl, that's what I'm going to use the heat on. Okay, and my hair doesn't have to be perfect, but that definitely helped. And you don't always have to get every single piece, because like I said, you want to maintain volume. So this is a huge section, and I just start from the back and leave the hair in the front hanging, and you can see the difference. Also, I like to keep my hair out as I stretch it, the hair that's already been lengthened, because you want to be able to see the product, like the end product, as it comes along. And then the pieces in the front, you don't want to stretch too much because you want to have face framing pieces. And that's why I did this top section first instead of this section, because this I don't even need to stretch, because it looks fine without it. Okay. And this is also why, you know, the older that my hair is, the more that I like it, and the more that I just like my wash and go, because, you know, first day here, your hair is the most moisturized, and it's not just gonna be as big as it could be. You know, it doesn't really have any frizz yet. It's so fresh. Everything is like perfect. Also, I'm pretty strategic with the way that I stretch my hair because you don't want to stretch the back too much because then it'll just be like flat. Probably like that. Instead of having like the volume that the shorter pieces give, you want a rounded out shape. You know, you want it to look full and filled in. Now I have this gigantic section and I'm just going to start from the back and work my way forward. And that way, like I said, I'm able to see how the shape of my hair comes along. So see, like this, I'm not going to pull something like that apart. I'm just going to leave it. And then I have small pieces in the front. Pieces that you notice that are short and cute in the front, you want to leave them out. Also pieces that are probably already stretched or something that's loose from like heat damage, you might as well just leave it out. Because if you stretch that piece, then it's gonna look even extra, just even more stringy. When we wake up, and then we make love, it makes me feel so nice. You're my water when I'm stuck in the desert. You're the talent all I take when it happens. Another thing about stretching your hair is you want to do it before you get dressed because I have flakes all over my top. So to avoid that, like keep your t-shirt on or something. And see how it looks like this? It needs to be stretched. Alright, yeah, that looks good. And the top I'm going to just leave alone because it doesn't necessarily have the strongest curl pattern, and also the top is usually where you get the most heat damage because you're putting heat on it too much. And so you just want to, you know, stretch the mid shaft so you keep all the ringlets. Also, getting your trims regularly helps with the health of your ends too. It's healthy ends, healthy hair. Let me show you the product that I was talking about for flakes. I actually prefer my hair not to have too much shine and just more of like a natural luster. Like, see this? She doesn't need stretch. She's naturally stretched out. So thanks for watching. I'll be back with more videos. Alright. So I feel like my hair does look better. Now that's just a little bit bigger. It might not be much of a difference to you, but it makes all the difference to me. Alright guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me in the bathroom. I'll see you later. Make sure that you watch my other videos. I have some playlists on my channel. And, you know, make sure you stay subscribed. Bye.
See how beautiful you are.